Hello, welcome to Rose and Jones. It has been a long, people say it's been a minute. That sounds really weird. I don't want to say that. It's been a while since I filmed anything. But I'm going out tonight. I've got a couple of hours to kill. I'm a bit restless. I don't know what to do with myself. So I just thought, I want to film a perfume video. Why not? So I was going to share with you fragrances that I've been really loving. I've been wearing the most lately. And I'm so happy with them that they've been in a constant rotation. I think they're beautiful. I think they've kind of trumped a lot of other things in my fragrance collection. So I want to go through those. I need to pick something to wear tonight. It's just out for dinner, but you know, we could pick something together. I've come into my little room where I store all my perfume. It's a little spare bedroom, but I can keep it dark, which is why they're all in here. So there's a choice. If you are clicking in, thanks for joining me. Lovely to have you back. And this is just going to be a short video. I hope everyone's doing really, really well. Hope it's not too boring. Here we go. Now, I did do a little short video about this fragrance because I thought it was worthy of a mention, a face mention, like we're doing today. But I'm going with it. The new Shalimar, I say new, it's a couple of, my cats are not going to leave me alone. They always do this when I turn my camera on. L Essence fragrance, beautiful version of Shalimar. I've never been a huge fan of Shalimar. It was a little too sharp, Chypre vintage. Would you call it Chypre? There was a lot of musky, sharp top notes that didn't agree with me. I love this. This is absolutely stunning. It's, for me, I like things that are very uncomplicated and very sort of straightforward in their notes profile. I like a focus on a note and then just a little bit of interest around it. I don't like anything that's too complicated at the moment. So this has worked perfectly for me. This is all about the vanilla. This is all about that Guerlain vanilla. And I find it to be true to other Guerlains that are very popular and also showcase a vanilla in a really typically Guerlain authentic way. Very powdery, very gentle, very pure, very smooth. Like Queer Beluga, like, what other ones are there? I can't think of any others, but this is what this contains. Although I didn't mention much about the Shalimar aspects of this last time I mentioned this, I guess you are going to get that. If you're expecting a vanilla, then you're going to notice the Shalimar DNA running through, but it's very subtle for me. It makes it just seem like a really grown up, subtle, very demure vanilla. It gives it that edge. And that's why I like it. It's like a grown-up vanilla with just a nod to it being something beautiful from past times. Muskiness to it. Let me get the lid off here. I might wear this. It's a bit gentle. It's gentle for me once I've sprayed it. I think other people can still smell it on me. Or vanilla that you can layer with other things. It will sit like a little cloudy bed of vanilla beauty. So whatever I do pick, I'm going to pick this as like a base, like a little, you know, a little luxurious cloak of Guerlain luxury. That's a staple. I can't imagine not ever having that. I feel like that's something I'm going to always want. It's available. It's not limited edition, so it's you know, it's available as far as I know as a staple in the Guerlain range, and it's not the most expensive Guerlain, so really it's like the perfect kind of signature scent in that sense, so I can keep spraying and not worry. Second one of exactly the same calibre, Shalimar. Oh my god, these cats. What's in Iris? I went without even trying this for such a long time. People would compare it to, oh, I don't know, I think I had something there and it's gone. It's very sweet. This one, I don't think this is like a big Iris scent at all. This one's very candy flossy. It's like a grown-up vintage. Oh my god, these cats. Yeah. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Anyway, this is discontinued. This one is hard to find. You'll find people selling it for more than it's worth, most likely. But this is almost on par with the L Essence. I can wear them just as easily, just as comfortably, and they smell beautiful. They both have a similar kind of airy, gentle puff of beauty that is very approachable, very, very easy. It hasn't got that strong, heavy vintage element to it. It does have an aspect of candy floss. I can't explain that, can I? It's really sweet, almost popcorn sweet, but so airy. It's just, you can't go wrong. So I'm loving it. I'm sorry I've got no notes or nothing technical to talk about but to hand, because this is very off the cuff. But this is another one that I am obsessed with, can't get enough of, and yeah, it's quite a drop in level. So that goes to show that I'm obviously enjoying it. There's quite a vanilla theme here. You know, it is what it is. It's easy. They're all very elegant and not typical. They're not like a candle. This one, Architects Club from Arquiste. This one's been a firm favourite for quite a long time. Gets compared to Eau Dwell from Diptyque. It's very, very similar. I actually do have the EDT of that. That one I also love, but I find that more summer appropriate. It's much lighter and more airy, more woody, more simple. This one just has a bit more richness. It's a very similar DNA. Architects Club is a club of architects that drink a lot of gin. There's a very gin-like opening to it. There is juniper in here. There's also angelica. It gives it that kind of herbal, that bright, slightly bitter herbal quality. Yeah, but it makes it sort of sing. It makes it golden somehow. This is a very, very light golden ethereal vanilla, but it still has this beautiful richness. The vanilla itself feels really good quality, like a bourbon vanilla. It's like this golden ribbon that has this slightly herbal flow over it, and it's so bright but so beautiful, and it's working for now for the autumn winter. It's not winter yet, but it's cold. It's been really cold lately, so this has been beautiful for this month, this season, and it's another one that I'm just so pleased I've got. So that is Architects Club. Stand in front of my perfumes. That's a better, it's more interesting for people to watch, isn't it? So another one that I'm obsessed with, and it's my only one from Zoologist in the end. I have had a few, but this is the one I've ended up with, and there's just something so special about this. I don't think everyone gets what I get from this. A lot of people say it's too green, it's too herbal, it's too perfumey, too strong. It's very challenging. Not as challenging as some zoologists. I think this probably is one of the most easy ones for me. Orchid Mantis. Claire from Smurfy Girly, she sent me a sample of this. That's right, isn't she? She's the one introduced, well, she talked about it. It sounded amazing. Did she send you a sample? Yeah, she did. You did, Claire, didn't you? Thank you. I did not like this on paper. It's running on the tester, you know, card. I found it quite awful, actually. There's something, the qualities in this that make it interesting all seem to come at you on paper. They're very brash and hard. But on skin, on clothes, on something that's going to work with it, move it around and heat it up, you know, that kind of thing, it's so different. It's like a completely different fragrance. It's so important to get the perfume on skin to really test it and see how it is. Now for me, this gives me Kew Garden vibes. This reminds me of Kew Garden. I love Kew Garden in Richmond, here up in London. It's a beautiful botanical gardens, Royal Botanical Gardens. And I love being surrounded by that kind of environment. They have these huge, beautiful, impressive conservatories where they grow all kinds of plants and that you wouldn't get in this country. They mimic the environment of like, I don't know, the rainforest, that kind of thing. So you get to experience plants, you get to experience different smells and see beautiful things you wouldn't normally see. And something about the vibe of this scent gives me the vibe of Kew Gardens. Nature, botanical, but on a whole nother level that you just are so unfamiliar with. And obviously this is the Orchid Mantis. This is all about the orchid, so there is a vanilla focus in here. It's not really a vanilla scent, but I feel like because there is a chunk of vanilla working with what is usually a challenging kind of theme for zoologists, like they get these animal environments, it kind of softens it and it presents it in such a lovely kind of, how am I trying to say? There's something vintage about the way this is done, like a proper vintage perfume, like a perfume. But there's the way the concept is so modern and so unusual and so artistic and just interesting. It works as a vintage vanilla, if that makes any sense. I have no notes to help this because I'm rubbish for things like that. Let me just sniff this. There is a pink petal quality. Something smells pink. There's a lotus feeling about it, like almost like a watery flower, a watery pink lotus. You get that vibe, but it's also something very present, very musty and musky about it. Like it is floating on water, but you've got this humid, very, very humid environment about it. But there's something still so familiar and playful. And there's an addictive quality in here that I cannot get enough of. I'm not sure what that is. It's very green. The addictive quality is the green part of this. But working with this exotic, lotusy, vanilla, humid, tropical environment, it's the most unusual, but also something distinctly familiar about it as well. It's such an unusual scent. It's brilliant. I love how unusual it is. I love how artistic it is. This is really working for me. Yeah, I adore it. I've been getting quite a bit. Well, it's quite strong. You don't need too much. There's a little bit of a dent there, but I'm obsessed with it. I think it's charming and lovely, and it's ticking the boxes. So yeah, that is Orchid Mantis from Zoologist. Two more I want to mention because there are two that I again have been enjoying so much this season. So it's coming to Chanel because, you know, Chanel, such a Chanel fangirl now for the last, well, for about a year, I suppose, thanks to Claire. Claire's to blame here. She's Murphy girly. Anyway, my favourite Chanel currently, like I do rotate. I've got so many that I love, but they go into rotations of what I love the most. It's Coromandel. This is working. This is such a lovely scent for autumn. It's a patchouli fragrance. It's a vintage sort of style. It's a very out. It's a big good scent for tonight actually, because I'm always cold. I feel really cold, and I want something that's, you know, a bit posh smelling, a bit luxurious, but also a bit rustic, but also kind of warming and not overcomplicated. This cat, I love him, but Coromandel, mostly about the patchouli. Now, I don't generally like a big hit of patchouli because it can often smell so hippie and a bit bitter at times, and very dry. It can be quite a challenging note depending on the quality of it and what it's paired with. Hang on. Oh, it's gone right. That's not going to go anywhere tonight. I might as well just wear this now because it's going to be in my nose all night. It starts off quite a bright, I think there's bergamot in this. The very beginning, when you first spray this, it's a little clashy. I don't like the beginning. Something about the way a certain note hits the patchouli makes it almost medicinal and too bright and a little bit brash. There is that, and it reminds you of a sort of vintage, sharp opening, if you know what I mean. But the dry down of this, it gets so warm and charming and inviting and addictive. There's white chocolate, I think, in this, which I do get the addictive quality in here work so well with that patchouli. It smells very expensive. It's a hard one for me to describe, even though it's technically not complicated. Golden, it smells golden, but it smells dry. There is a dryness because of the patchouli. It becomes this very enveloping, expensive patchouli. It's almost got that hotel lobby kind of thing, you know, like that kind of woody, expensive furniture. I don't know if that makes any sense, but perfume like. So I'd take that description as you will. I obviously, those who have smelt it might be thinking, what is she talking about? Just stunning. It's a bit of a masterpiece, and there's a good chance I will be wearing this one tonight because I've kind of covered my face in it anyway. I'm actually losing light, so I'm going to wrap things up. Now, the last one I want to mention is about as bougie as a blind buy can be. This is, do not do what I do, okay? Please. I just had a moment of weakness, and luckily it paid off. It's an eBay purchase, so I took a risk anyway. But I felt like I had a strong feeling that it was going to be okay, and it was safe. It's okay. So actually from Guerlain, this is from Guerlain again. This is from the naughty lineup called the Extracts. I've already got the vanilla extract, Centifolia. I've never tried the rose, and rose is my thing, as long as it's done in a way where I can appreciate the rose being treated as a rose, or things that make it too sharp or too bitter or too potpourri. I'm so fussy with rose. I've been looking for the perfect rose. I guess that's different for everyone. I feel like I found it in this scent. So this is the Guerlain Rose Extrait called Rose Centifolia. It's very similar to some fragrances that I've really enjoyed before. Very similar. So I figured, whatever, I'm just going to go for it. So I did. Rose Centifolia is, for me, the perfect rose. It is very similar to Rose Amira, which came out around about the same time. And that was in their more affordable lineup, the Allegora range, or the... Although I had that, I ended up selling it because in the end that one became too dry and it didn't smell natural. It smelled harsh in the end, and I don't know how to describe it. I just wasn't wearing it. I wasn't wearing it. This is similar, but it smells like more of a natural rose. There is a softer petal quality. There's a velvety quality, a smooth velvet quality to I mean, obviously all roses smell different, but the rose I'm looking for, and I've smelled before, has this velvety quality that's slightly lemon hinted, slightly lychee hinted of smelling. There's a certain vibe, and this is carrying that vibe of rose that I love. Big, I'd say dark pink rose. I get a pink quality. I think of a sweet rose as being pink, and there is a natural sweetness in here, like a Turkish delight kind of sweetness without it being a juvenile sugar in your mouth kind of sweetness. There's just this smooth kind of natural Turkish delight ribbon of sweetness, but it's rich, it's dark, it is a bit dry. Obviously this is natural rose extrait, which I know is a very expensive material, but it does showcase that. It smells amazing. It's time I sprayed this, I oversprayed it, and my husband came in and he was just like, what the hell have you sprayed? It's too strong, it's too much, it's too perfumey. Please don't do that again. So yeah, it is very, very strong. It really has the performance. You don't need a lot of it. I've actually sprayed a lot of it. You can see that I've been going for it a bit, really. This needs to be savoured. This is not something I'm going to be able to afford to buy very often. I got this for half price because it was a seller and this was a tester bottle. So I was quite lucky, I think. I think if you're not a huge rose lover, if you're a bit sensitive to rose, you may find this to be, well, you aren't going to like it, are you? But there's a hint of something medicinal just on the edge of it. There's just something which I could see if that was stronger on other people, it wouldn't. People would complain, or they would say, you know, it's not nothing special, or that, you know, because it stops it seeming pure and seamless. If you get a lot of that sort of medicinal connection between how the scent is moving around. I don't know how to describe perfume anymore, I really don't. But I just wanted to share with you the ones that I've been obsessed with and I love so much right now. This is what I want in my collection, is just some beautiful vanillas, some vintage edged straightforward fragrances that smell just gorgeous, and you know they've been made with love and care, and just a bloody good rose one. So that is doing it for me. I think tonight I'm probably going to wear Coromandel because I'm really feeling that now. It just suits the vibe, it suits my mood, and it's so damn cold out that it will cut through and it will just be, you know, really nice. So anyway, there you go, that's where I'm at currently. That's it. Sorry, I hope this has not been too boring or too jerky or too whatever. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your fragrances and thanks for stopping by. I'll see you on the next one. Over and out.